What is up, my friends? My name is Josh. Welcome to Talk About Trek. This is, of course, Warp Tuesday, which is probably the best day of the week because this is the day when I get to sit down and talk with all of you fine people about whatever Star Trek stuff I feel like talking about. And, we haven't had a lot of Star Trek news to speak of, right? It's been kind of a news desert, the shows are no longer in production, things are kind of winding down, not a whole lot to talk about, you would think, but no, that's not true. We actually have a bit of exciting news this Warp Tuesday, and as you can see here, boom, again, we go to trekmovie.com for most of our Star Trek news. It's a nice clean site, and, we like the look of it. There is a little bit of comic news, and I do want to talk to you all about some Star Trek comics, but we'll probably save that for tomorrow, right? New comic book day. I do actually have a stack of comics next to me, some old, some new, and it would be fun to go through those. And the only reason I haven't put them away yet is because I want to talk to you guys about them. So we're going to keep those there for now. But here is the news that is the news, I guess. There is a new trailer for Strange New Worlds Season 4, and it is releasing on July the 23rd. So, very exciting. I guess, I don't know if that is new, or if we knew that before. I don't think we had the exact date of the release before, but they did put out this nice silly poster as well, with everybody kind of standing there staring off into space, and I'm not a fan of it. For some reason, they made Paul Wesley's Kirk, he has like a Joker mouth or something, right? I don't know. It looks weird. Anyway, there is, like I said, a trailer too, which has lots of exciting moments, and I decided that if you guys want to watch that, you can go watch that yourself. I won't share that with you now. I'll leave that up to you. I will say that it is a beautiful show, man, and the trailer really leans into that too. It's like, look at all this pretty stuff. Everything is so shiny and cool, and it is true. And I guess you always kind of knew where Strange New Worlds was going, right? They're just trying to kind of bridge that little thing, lead up to TOS. But I just hope they don't lean too much into Paul Wesley's Kirk for the show, and instead let the focus be on the crew, right? Pike, of course, but everybody else who isn't Kirk and Spock. I feel like they've gotten their time in the sun, and I know it's like they're just doing that because they feel that that's like their best angle to take, right? But man, there's so many other stories and characters and things that they could do and talk about. So you don't have to stick just strictly with Kirk and Spock all the time. But anyway, excited for new Star Trek. July 23rd. We'll have 10 episodes, and then the long wait for Starfleet Academy Season 2, right? Now, I do feel that we'll at some point get some news about something new, and I'm hoping maybe, like Star Trek Day. Something like that, probably. It is Star Trek 60. They gotta have something in the works, right? Anyway, let's go back and look at the other news. And there really isn't much, like I was saying, right? Today is, of course, Captain Picard Day. You can celebrate by buying a limited edition print, or you can celebrate by not buying anything at all and just watching some Star Trek, which is what I would recommend. It is a very pretty picture of the Enterprise, and be very fine addition to anyone's collection, I'm sure. But again, for Captain Picard Day, the true way to celebrate would be to watch your favorite Captain Picard episode. Darmok is really good. The Inner Light is really good. There's honestly a ton of very, very exciting episodes featuring the good Captain Picard that, anyone could enjoy, right? So just, celebrate Captain Picard Day your way. However you feel you need to celebrate it, right? As for me, I'll probably watch some Star Trek. Man, I've been playing that Star Trek Warp, that card game. I can't wait to see what the Captain Picard card does, right? Man, that's the other thing too. All right, we're not getting into Star Trek Warp right now. That's another topic. Let's go back to the Star Trek news. I wish I had that thing like that breaking news thing, like beep, 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 and then like it switches over to another screen. But there isn't anything very exciting here. You can get Starfleet Academy on digital now. I don't ever recommend anyone to buy anything on digital. That's just my thought. If you don't have it physically in your hand, you really don't have it. Again, it's just my thoughts, but I mean, digital can be taken away, but you can always have the physical copy, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they are planning a physical release of Starfleet Academy, probably some ridiculously expensive steelbook Blu-ray nonsense thing. And man, it's just kind of the way we're going anymore, right? And it'll cost $80 for 10 episodes and some special features, and I'll be like, ugh. I don't even want to buy the Strange New World stuff because it is so dang expensive, right? It's like crazy. It is crazy expensive. And literally, that is all the new news that is Star Trek news. At least, in the wider world of Star Trek. However, as we do normally here, we do not talk about strictly what's going on in the wider world of Star Trek. We also like to talk about what is going on locally here. And as you all know, I am lucky enough to be basically located right in the neighborhood of the United Federation of Trekkers International headquarters, right? And that is up in the Sandusky Mall. Now, there are chapters of the, IFT all over the world, and our chapter in Sandusky recently did a fundraising table at a local con, Colossal Con in Sandusky, and I'm not saying we, it's a we because I'm part of the group, but they're the ones that were there and did all the work. One of these days, I'm going to get out there and do that. But they raised a total of $806 for our local Humane Society, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is people that are taking Star Trek, which admittedly, it's a TV show, right? Just a TV show, But so much more, because there are people like this that take the idea, that take the, what am I trying to say? Just try to bring the Star Trek reality to life, kind of in any way they can, which is kind of going out there and being good citizens, good people, helping animals, doing the right thing, making an effort to make the world a better place, as opposed to trying to burn it down, which kind of seems like what a lot of the world is about anymore, right? So it's very exciting, and I'm always happy to share the news, when you hear something like this, because again, there is just a lot of terrible news in the world, but it's good to know that there are lots and lots of people out there that are really devoted to helping people, right? And even if it's something like just raising money for a humane society, it's just such a huge thing because it shows, again, that Star Trek is much more than just a TV show for a lot of people. It takes this idea of this future that we're all striving for, and then it makes people want to actually go out there, put things into action so that we can get to that future, right? Which is what we all want to see. We want to be there where we've eliminated all of this divisiveness, and we're all working together to actively better our society as a whole. Right? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get there like that. So, great job, crew of the USS Uhura. Again, I want to get out there and help as soon as I can, and hopefully, maybe by the time the next one of these things rolls along, time will allow that to be a thing. Because, again, I want to get out there. I want to have fun, and I want to do good, But, unfortunately, there is not a lot of other big Star Trek news. Now, if you're following along with the channel, of course, you've seen yesterday there was a release of a new Star Trek card game called Star Trek Warp. There is a demo out now that is available, which is very fun. There's 6 pre-built decks to choose from, and I spent way too much time last night going through that and having fun with those different decks. So I would encourage any of you guys out there that are into those types of games. This is similar to Hearthstone, and gosh, I know there were some other ones out there like it too. But very excited for this and to see where this goes. Again, it's just a demo right now, but check it out and see. It might be something you are interested in, and then I'm really looking forward to, again, when this opens up into like not just a demo, playing against other people, building these decks, and then kind of just interacting with a whole kind of different Star Trek community, right? So there might be a time when we start making a lot more videos about Star Trek Warp, but we'll always still be doing the same thing too. But man, it is fun, and I can see myself definitely getting drawn into doing a lot of streaming of that, playing that, and just generally having fun, because it is a lot of fun. What else do we have to talk about? You know what? The final thing I think that we should cover here today, right? In the final bit of Star Trek news. Check this out. That's right. It is my goal here, okay, by the end of this year, to successfully learn to play a Star Trek theme on that guitar, okay? Now listen, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be the best thing in the world. But, I bought this dang thing years ago. I practiced a little bit, and then I put it down. And I always wanted to... Basically, the whole reason I picked it up is because I wanted to learn to play some Star Trek themes on it, because I just thought it would be fun, right? So, that is the final piece of news here this Warp Tuesday. At some point, before the end of 2026, Talk About Trek is going to release a guitar video. And again, it might not be the best thing ever. It might not be the most polished thing ever. But I'm determined. And that's really all you need, You have determination, you can do anything. So I'm determined to learn a theme. I haven't picked which one yet. I've been kind of toying around. The Voyager one looks fun. TNG is a classic. There's so many good ones. But I am going to have to pick one and focus, though, right? Because I can't just do them all. Or maybe I could. No, I can't. Anyway, that's it for Warp Tuesday, my friends. We're going to let you go here. As always, live long and prosper. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.